皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So today's story is again, I wanted to share with you that I found what should I say, a way to express my feelings, I guess, my ideas in a really good way. So basically, if I just jump into the topic right away, I have a really favorite YouTuber, and he's really, really famous in Japan. He has like 4.6 million subscribers, and he was originally a comedian, but he now has a YouTube channel where he reads books and he explains the content of the books from everything from social problems to business to traditional culture to history to ancient history and myths to even anime and manga and movies and so on and so forth. And his style, because he's originally a comedian, he's really, really good at talking, of course, and explaining things. And basically, he has this whiteboard in the background and he just talks in front of the camera, and people enjoy listening to his videos that are maximum like 6 hours long. So he is like, if you ask a Japanese person like around my age, it's impossible to find someone who doesn't know about him at all, because he was already very popular as a comedian. And I myself am a big fan of his videos. And to be honest, I've actually gotten so many video ideas from his videos too. And also the new class style video that I want to do in the near future, which I'm actually going to be filming the first one this month. At probably near the end of this month actually, but I'm actually going to be completely mimicking his style of video filming. So if you actually go and jump and check out his videos, you'll see that, oh, Shogo, you probably I get what you were trying to do, kind of thing. The way he does it is just so amazing. Of course, I don't have the same what should I say, talking skills, communication skills like he has, but I mean, I should aim for the moon, right? So that's what I'm going to be trying doing in the future. Of course, by the way, I'll still continue the original style of videos where I sit down and I have the pictures coming out from my left side and everything. But I just wanted to start a new style to challenge myself to improve my English without having a script and everything, But anyways, the main topic's not this. I was watching one of his recent videos where he talks about one of the social problems in Japan, and it's a very severe one. So I actually wanted to read the book that he read to make my own video about this problem, by the way, in Japan. And it's actually very, very terrible, and it's horrifying. It's a problem that can actually make Japanese society itself finally collapse, as I've been saying so many times in my videos, that there is definitely a high risk that could happen in Japan soon, right? Yeah. So at the end of his video, I was very touched by one of the explanations that he said. This problem is very complicated, he said. This problem is very complicated and it's impossible to try to explain it with just one book. And I know that I'm not a professional in this field. First of all, I'm just a comedian reading a book, and I know that I can't make everyone satisfied. So please understand that my channel, this YouTube channel, by the way, he names his channel on the YouTube University, by the way. But this university, there are no teachers. The classes are held by students for students to enjoy. So I will continue to study about social problems in Japan and everything. But I need your help to continue studying it yourself and peacefully, I guess, leaving comments and starting conversations in his channel. Yeah, that's what he said at one of his the end of his newest videos, and I was completely, basically touched by his words, because this is something that I struggle with, suffer from so much too, because I also make a lot of videos talking about history, about culture, about social problems. I get tons of messages telling me, no, that's not right. No, this guy is sending out false information. Let me explain to you about one of the DMs I received. I don't even if that person, I believe it's a her or she, if she is listening, I'm very sorry, but I do want to share this story, because if you guys remember, I recently interviewed a kimono dresser YouTuber called Sunao Sensei. If you haven't, I hope you can check out the video. We did part 1 and part 2, and we asked her questions about the kimono itself, about the kimono culture and history, and also about the kimono industry and everything. And one of the questions that I really wanted to ask was that what she feels about people from overseas overseas or people in overseas wearing kimono, because there's a question that I received so much, so often, and it was one of the questions I wanted to ask her. And obviously, I already knew what she was going to say, to be honest, because of course we are all very honored that anyone outside of Japan are interested, even inside Japan, we will be very honored if anyone was interested in wearing a kimono and putting it on, enjoying it. That would make us the happiest, you know. That was her sincere feelings. That was my sincere feelings too. But I received a DM once saying that, Shogo, I'm very disappointed that you didn't talk about the other people who have suffered from actually putting on kimono and being criticized by Japanese people. These people do exist, and you have now sent out the message to the world. You have 1 million subscribers, and you have now sent out information to the world saying that anyone can just easily put on kimono, and that's fine. But that's not true. I have a lot of friends who have actually suffered, and so on and so forth. She wrote to me a very long message explaining this, and I believe many of you would understand what I'm feeling right now. But wait, that is impossible. I am one person, and it's an interview video. I'm asking a question to a person, and an interview is not about putting my own opinion into it and saying every time. If I had to do that every time I say something about like my own opinion, Shogo, what do you think I should do to study Japanese? And I talk about, oh, from my point of view, I think this is a good way to study. And then someone comes up to me and say, no, that's not a very good way of studying, because studies say that this is not very good for your brain. And to study a language, this is the better way. That's great. How about you say that in your own platform and not come up to me in my comments or DMs and say that to me? Right, that was what I thought, to be honest, you know, because it's impossible, right, for me to pick up every opinion that exists in this world. And I'm completely fine with people coming to me directly and saying, Shogo, about this video, I couldn't agree with what you said here. That's completely fine. That's communication, right? That's 1 versus 1. And I said my opinion, the other person said his or her opinion, and we have a conversation. That's good. But there are I shouldn't say lots of, but there are some people who what should I say, complain about my content that it doesn't include everyone's opinion. But that is impossible. So there's some people that basically requires YouTubers or people who send out information, maybe any form of media, to be perfect, right? Being perfect, though, is impossible. That doesn't give birth to anything. It has no opinions in it. It has no, what should I say, goals in it. It has no purposes if it tries to pick up all of the opinions. Of course, I try to be fair as much as possible, but I am one person with one brain, right? I can't be a representative of all Japanese people on this planet, and I always say that in my videos. I try to make that as clear as possible, because this video, I always say in every video that this video is based on my beliefs and my ideas. Yeah. So if I try to be perfect and try to make a video every single time, I won't be able to produce anything. And if I can't produce anything, I can't make any change in this world. So if I really want to do the things that I say, try to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true, I need to take action, right? And to take action, I need to use my own body and brain. And when I do that, it's impossible to pick up everyone's ideas and beliefs. And I always really suffer and struggle from this, because I do receive such comments and messages quite often. So I've been struggling for such a long time to try to explain this in a very short sentence, you know. But again, the famous YouTuber in Japan, gave me a hint for that. And it is this video, or my content is basically a student explaining to a student. Yeah. And the way he said it, it's very short, but it explains everything. And I don't know why I couldn't get to this way of explaining much sooner, because it's so simple, but still, it just really changed my life, ways of ideas, and what should I say? Really gave me calmness, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but yeah, because I never have wanted to be this sensei. I'm really happy that people call me sensei in the comments or in the DMs and such, but I am definitely not a sensei, and I never want to be either. I never want to be a sensei. I always want to be a student, and I always want to be a student, or should I say a friend, to all of my viewers and my listeners who are listening to my videos and watching them, to these podcasts too. It's a student to student conversation, right? So it's never a sensei, teaching something to the student. It's not a top down, up down conversation here. Up down conversation. In Japanese we say that, by the way. But anyways, so this idea really changed my life, and I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you very much for listening to today's podcast too. So then everyone, as I always say, the ultimate goal of my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know that there's a lot of people studying Japanese, willing to come to Japan to travel, study, and work, or even train in our traditional culture and such. However, I am very afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future if we keep on going like this, because we are facing a lot of social problems, we are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are responsible for carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. So I really want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place. I want to try to preserve and evolve traditional culture. I also want to solve the social problems and help out the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. By the way, I'm talking about helping the younger generations to have a brighter future. Recently, we started donating all the super chats and super stickers we receive through the training live streams every weekend. So that's one thing I'm really happy that we started, by the way, recently. So anyways, to do all of these things, to try to achieve this ultimate goal, the nearest goal I have right now is to achieve 2 million subscribers by January 2023 on my main channel, and to become the #1 Japanese YouTuber sending out information about Japan, so that I could try to make as much change as possible, And all of the other goals right now, again, about trying to make merchandise and selling them, taking part of that kind of business, and also starting a performance group with Team Last Ask Shogo, so we can challenge that as well. We're also working on that as well at the same time, so I hope you can look forward to more information and new goals and everything, new videos and everything too. Okay? Then everyone, thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. Again, I will always be waiting for your comments. Thank you so much.